Welcome, lords and ladies, back to the realm. I am your humble host, the Goat King, and today we have the Starfinder 2nd Edition playtest rules. Okay, this is a new one being added to the Starfinder core species. This is the Borai, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. The Borai is simultaneously living and dead, a corpse reanimated by its own soul into something just barely living. Despite being corporeal undead, a Borai's body is alive and functions as a living shell that protects their tattered, undead soul, making them something altogether unique. Let's see. Hold up. Oh, yeah, no, this isn't an ancestry. This is a versatile heritage. Okay, that's that's what I was missing. Versatile heritages. Some heritages, known as versatile heritages, can be applied to any ancestry. For instance, creatures touched by the influence of the drift can be born to an ancestry as prismani. Generally, versatile heritages represent heritage options available to all ancestries for extra customization, such as a character who has mixed ancestry or one with a more unique or otherwise unusual origin. Borai heritage. You've returned from the brink of death as a Borai. At once both living and undead, you gain the Borai undead trait in addition to the traits from your ancestry. Unlike other undead, you do not gain void healing. You're healed by vitality effects and damaged by void damage as if you were a living creature. Likewise, you can be stabilized, healed, and brought back to life as if you were a living creature, save that you always return to life in your normal undead state as a Borai. You gain low light vision, or you gain dark vision if your ancestry already had low light vision. You can choose from Borai feats and feats from your ancestry whenever you gain an ancestry feat. Fair enough. Let's see. This is cool. This is a cool feat. I like this. Etheric, level 1 feat. You became a Borai through a botched resurrection attempt, perhaps a magic spell disrupted, a religious rite gone awry, or faulty technology. Your soul is loosely tethered to your body, allowing you to temporarily shield your living form from the ravages of the void. Soul shield reaction, which can be done once per day, with the trigger being you would be dealt void damage. You push your soul out of your body and use it as a shield to protect your living form from the ravages of the void. Against the triggering damage, and until the beginning of your next turn, you gain void healing, meaning you are healed by void damage and harmed by vitality damage. I like that, that's cool. Hey, this is cool. Level 5, Soul Sustenance. Your soul is nearly whole and can sustain your living body indefinitely without the need for outside nourishment. You don't need to eat or drink. That's cool. Okay, so this one's new to me. I hadn't known about it. It's from an adventure path. At least in the 1st edition, it was in an adventure path. Prismanies are suffused with the energy of the drift, a recently discovered hyperspace plane, and are spiritual kin to the spectra who call that plane home. Wherever they go and whatever they do, they carry a fragment of the drift inside them, and they can access that plane and its power through this internal connection. Kind of like a kineticist accessing one of the elemental planes. In a way, this is like being an Aasimar or Tiefling, which are now... I don't remember what Aasimar and Tiefling got switched to. Let me check that real quick. The Nephilim. Yeah. Okay. So this is like a Nephilim or a Geniekin or like an elemental type. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. Let's see. What's their heritage do? You have an innate connection to the drift. You gain the Prismani trait in addition to the traits from your ancestry. While in the drift, you can automatically pinpoint the location of drift beacons, drift drives, drift engines, and other drift-related technology within a 100-mile radius. If you're piloting a starship that doesn't have a drift engine, you can serve as a connection between the drift and that starship. This is a 1-minute activity that has a concentrate trait and allows the ship you're piloting To enter or exit the drift. Once within the drift, the starship travels via conventional thrusters as normal. When you get a critical failure on a piloting check to navigate or plot a course through the drift, you get a failure instead. You can choose from as many feats and feats from your ancestry whenever you gain an ancestry feat, so you can take a starship into the drift with you. Boy, that's kind of cool. Drift hop, single action. Once per day, you travel across the battlefield via the drift. You teleport up to a distance equal to your speed within your line of sight. If you're in the drift, the distance you can teleport is doubled. Level 5. That's cool. Okay, so Cosmic Traveler, level 9. The drift is your true home, and you can survive within it indefinitely. While you're in the drift, you gain the Cosmic trait, and you don't need to eat or drink. While you're in the drift and a vacuum, you gain a fly speed equal to your land speed. Now this does not say you don't need to breathe. Let's look up the Cosmic trait. That might be of particular importance. That might have something. It says... No, I'm not seeing a thing full of traits down here. Okay. Press many. This is cool. This is, so spatial drift, feat for level 9. You can instinctively find shortcuts through space, allowing you to go further, faster, much like the drift is used to take shortcuts through the stars. To you, distance is malleable. Your speed increases by 5 feet, which would be a nothing burger for a level 9 feat, but here's the interesting part. Increase the range increment of ranged weapons you wield by 10 feet, or by 25 feet if the weapon has a range over 100 feet. That's cool, getting that extra distance. I like that. Frequent Drifter. It's an upgrade to Drift Hop. Your connection to the drift has strengthened, allowing you to travel through it more often. And now it's once per hour, level 13. Spectral Ascendant. Prerequisite being Cosmic Traveler. Whether through a quirk of your bloodline, the interference of powerful spectra, or Trium's blessing, your body has been flooded by the essence of the drift, transforming you into a spectra. You cease aging, you gain dark vision, the Cosmic trait, and a fly speed equal to your land speed. While you are in the drift, your fly speed is equal to double your speed. Once per day as a 2-action activity, you can fire a powerful laser blast in a 120-foot line, dealing 7d12 fire damage. Basic reflex save. This effect has the Concentrate, Fire, Light, and Manipulate traits. So what I'm not seeing here is any mention about breathing. I'm guessing the Cosmic trait has something in it. Let's see if I can... Okay, so Void Vessel, this is a feat. This implies it very strongly. You grant creatures the ability to survive in vacuum. Now that's just the flavor text. But it says targeted creatures gain the Cosmic trait and sprout shimmering wings of pure energy that grant a fly speed, yada yada. In the atmospheres, like environmental effects stuff, it does not mention no atmosphere. Okay, I'm thinking the Cosmic trait must allow you to not need to breathe. But it's not clearly stated anywhere in here. That's something to clarify once we get out of the, You know what? Let me take a look. I think they have an FAQ for the playtest, so I'm not seeing anything for it. So I suppose that's just something we'll have to figure out later. Thank you again for visiting the realm. I have been your humble host, the Goat King, and as always, travel with loyal companions.